2, 3, 4.
The world was so big, and I was so small. Your voice was always the loudest of all.
Thunder.
Sounds like the
thunder.
thunder. Sounds like there's a voicemail train a-comin'.
Thanks,
Sounds-
Danny, thank you for sitting there while we practiced, while we rehearsed a little bit.
Thanks
we do appreciate
for
you
the
chiming in.
voicemail train a-comin'.
I wasn't going to speak until you guys are finished with your thunder stuff because
That's very nice of you. Yeah, that's usually not.
You guys don't interrupt my
goes down.
Jounce practices, so I don't interrupt your thunder.
Neither your Jounce practices nor your Mighty Jounce practices.
That's true. Both valid. Well, we thank you very much for that. We back here for another very titillating
Very
episode.
special.
Titillating.
What's so special about this episode? There's something we'll find out about our viewers and
That's
callers.
Oh, sorry.
You good?
Just hit
I'm okay.
play. Sorry.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Sorry.
So,
are we recording?
oh, we are.
Oh my gosh!
Did I get you?
Did you guys hear that?
Did I get you?
I didn't hear anything. I don't smell anything.
And
either.
we're back. Hey,
And
welcome
we're back.
Welcome to the listener.
Welcome
Wow.
so much.
You guys finally, after all these episodes, tricked me.
I know. A little thunder, a little tricky. That's what we're doing in this fall episode of The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Oh, wait. How would you know what it is? Because I haven't set it up. Welcome to The Adventures of Danny and Mike. To my right, Mr. Michael C. Morona.
Hello to all our listeners.
To his right, Mr. Danny Tamborelli.
Hello to both of you
And
and,
my-
the listeners.
And my name is
Both
Jeremy.
our listeners.
Both of our listeners. Yes, today.
And your name is Jeremy.
And my name is Jeremy. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody.
Jeremy, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Your parents must have gotten teased a lot at
That's
school.
a middle name. Thanks for tuning
hyphenated?
in.
Oh,
Yes.
geez.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
That's my official married
Everybody.
name. Yes.
Yeah. Last name everybody. Jeremy everybody.
Yeah, I was.
Wow, you guys are really hitting the old school jokes, the last name jokes.
That was I believe,
So-
Arrested Development music joke. Everybody. Wasn't that their song?
That's Black Box, dude.
Well,
Oh my
oops.
gosh.
Arrested Development was Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Sort of the same beat, though, for the record.
No, just 1989.
I mean, most of those beats are the same.
That right there is that's what I play when I play
Take
the drums.
me to another.
Yeah, that's all I-
to.
that's all I can do on the drums.
Another land.
That's the only thing I can do.
Forget all my worries.
Exactly.
Just stand your plan.
Let me understand your plan.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to whatever the Arrested Development's doing right now. Maybe they're.
I don't know.
Maybe
I
they're.
bet they still play.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. They're probably in some sort of reunion tour with Silk.
They don't have a
and
podcast, that's for shit, sure.
That's for shit sure. Gents, what do you think about going through some voicemails again? We got a
I
couple
thought I
here.
heard the voicemail train coming earlier.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming right now. What's
Is it coming down the track?
Yeah.
Toot, toot.
What do you guys have any expectations? You want to
Zero. And I
chat
think
about
that's-
anything beforehand? You want to go right to it?
I think that's
What do you bet?
it's best to go in
What
with
do you
an
bet
clean
there's
slate.
one from
I don't
the
know.
guy who messes around with us?
I don't know.
I bet you there's one from a juggalo. Let's go.
Oh, that'd be great.
Hit play.
All right, we only have a few,
Juggalo?
but here is
Yeah.
the first one.
Hey, my name's Emily. I'm a big fan out here in California.
Hi, Emily.
I've been really enjoying the podcast
Thank you.
all these years. I just wanted to tell you guys a story about the lasting, deep lasting impressions that Pete and Pete has made on people's lives. My sisters and I, back when we were all teens,
Very
you
cool.
know, sharing Pete and Pete, his first two seasons on DVD with friends from high school. And one of our friends goes, "Oh my gosh, my mom has a metal plate in her head too, just like the mom on this show."
Wow.
We're like, "That's weird. She's never mentioned it." She goes, "Yeah, she totally does." We're like, "Okay." And we believed her and found out a few days later she'd gone home and been like, "Hey, Mom, you remember Pete and Pete? That mom has a metal plate in her head too." And her mom's like, "What the hell are you talking about? I don't have a metal
I don't have a metal
in my
plate.
head."
Oh,
So,
it turns out we just
our
made it
friend
up.
Had taken all those wonderful stories of Pete and Pete and assumed them into her own life. It still makes us laugh. We bring it up a lot. 10, 12 years later, anytime she brings up Mom, we go, oh, yeah, your mom with the metal plate in her head.
Oh, burn.
So just wanted to say thank you guys for continuing the magic on your podcast.
That is so sweet, Emily. Thank you very much. As you can see, Danny ended up getting tattoos much later in life. So it appears that he has absorbed a little bit of the Pete and Pete mythology into real life. But that is such a great story. I feel like
do you have
it's
any
never
stories
about
like
dads.
that? Do you have anything that you can
I would
think
just
of
say,
that you think the whole time be like, no, this totally happened? And
I would just say
it's actually a movie.
No, I would just say that you never hear about dads with metal plates in their heads. It's always moms with metal plates in their heads, and that's so cool. I for one welcome our new cybernetic moms, and I'm ready for their telekinetic powers to save us.
I was almost a metal plate in my foot, which would have been apropos.
Really?
Yeah.
So
But
you
they
would have
didn't
had
do
to
it.
walk on your hands all the time
They
to
didn't
play.
have to do
You
it?
could have played Judy
Yeah.
at Halloween, but you would have to walk on your hands and stuck a magnet to your foot or something.
A mop. I just balance a
Oh, yeah,
mop
a mop and a magnet. Yeah, it would have been
between
perfect.
my feet. Yeah, but I didn't do it. Just 3 screws. So yeah, there you go. I can't tune into any radio
Do
stations.
you have anything?
Yeah, no,
that-
it's like
that-
remember when you thought you met Thor, but it was just because you watched Adventures in Babysitting? I read a lot of comic books when I was younger. I'm sure you did too. Was there ever a time when you were like, yeah, I met Wolverine, but it turned out it was just somebody at a Halloween party?
No, I would just actively take my little sister's like sandbox toys that had like the little like rakes in them, and then I would just put them on my hands, and I would be Wolverine.
You would be Wolverine, but
interesting.
Yeah, and then
groundskeeper Willie Wolverine.
Yeah, I'm a groundskeeper.
Wolverine.
Wow, that's good. Yeah, I mean
Both of you
that's
can get out.
That is such a cool story, Emily. I'm trying to think of something from
Well,
my own life. Isn't there always like a rumor about somebody who died in a really crazy way, but it turns out it wasn't?
oh, I'm sure. Like the kid in 3 Men and a Baby.
No, like your
The ghost in the window.
No, like your teacher who had the like
The bags on
circulars
the
over the windows. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. He did pass away early. I don't remember what from, but probably the plastic in the bags.
Tapeworm?
But I was going to say, in sort of line with what she was saying, since I'm older than you guys, I was really into the show called 3-2-1 Contact.
I loved it. Loved it so much.
And there was a segment on there. I think it was about the blood. It was the Bloodhound Gang. Was that
Yeah.
3-2-1 Contact?
If you've got trouble, we'll be there on the
Right.
double. We're the Bloodhound Gang.
Well, they used to. It was either that or some sort of offshoot of that. But they had this globe that you could basically. They had basically a hideout, and I think it goes back to why we're sitting in this podcast studio, because this is kind of like
The Fortress of Solitude.
yeah, it's kind of like my adult version of this. But I always wanted a little clubhouse and have this little like secrets. Like this was something where you lift the top of the globe and inside of it was drinks. It was like a cooler. And I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And so still to this day, like there's stuff in here. Like when you close that door, it's kind of sealed off to the equipment closet. And there's,
So where's the Murphy bed?
yeah, there's none of that. But
I think the podcast should have a Murphy bed just in case.
Not-
We have extremely long.
you know what would
casts.
happen if we had a Murphy bed, Mike?
What would happen?
Guess. You would do every podcast
Paper towel bedspread.
yeah, you would be
paper
lying
towel.
down the entire
We're gonna start
time.
selling. We're gonna start selling a whole home collection: paper towel chamois, paper towel linens, paper towel duvet cover,
Dog
paper towel.
raincoats.
No, paper towel bed ruffle, dust ruffle. Around the bottom of the bed. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
Which year anniversary? Which year anniversary is paper towel? Is my question. Is that like the third anniversary? Yeah, all paper towels.
Sure, I'd say third.
Third
works.
Mike, do you notice that there's a gnat running around this podcast studio?
That's Nat Faxon. He's a really good actor, and he played Carl in Slackers.
Adult Swim. They're everywhere in this apartment. I can't figure out why. I think it's because I brought the plants in. Maybe
I can't help you there, but yeah,
Why?
it makes sense.
I've been putting out little things.
What do you mean why? Because I'm
apple
not
cider
a
vinegar?
praying mantis dealer. But if you want them to have better circulation, the gnats are going to be going great with that apple cider vinegar. It's great. Flush out all the
died.
all the
I
toxins.
killed like 20 of them, 30 of them.
Sure, you don't have like standing water somewhere. Or,
I
like
don't know.
Yeah, I think
leave-
you have standing water right outside.
There is some outside.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that would translate. But
So
anyway.
to answer your question, Emily, I go and when people are sleeping at night, I forcefully put metal plates into their
Okay.
heads. So
Wow. Yeah, it's like you could have just said it without saying forcefully,
What are you
and it
talking
would have
about?
been all right. I would have been like, all right, yeah.
would you think I snuck them in? Hey, look over there. Katang.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's a little more. It's a little more. What's the word?
Abrupt?
Humane.
God,
Yes.
There's nothing humane about shoving a metal plate in somebody else's head while they're unconscious.
We've reached a new low here. Danny and
Not only
Mike.
are we out of seltzer, but
Not only are we out of seltzer, but Mike is telling us that he slips into people's houses at night and
Performs primitive surgery, yes.
yeah. Feel like that's a horror movie from the
oh my gosh.
90s waiting to happen. Okay, how about another voicemail? Let's change. You want to change directions? Go back
Change
to.
gears.
Yeah, we have another one here. Let's take a listen.
I don't know how anything will top Emily in California, though.
Chris.
We hope you're safe out there, by the way.
Hello.
No, it's a
It's a
recording.
voicemail,
You
Chris.
call in.
Holy shit. Is this Dan?
Yeah.
Chris.
It is. Yeah,
It is,
no, it
yes.
is.
If so, I've been on a 5 fucking hour drive listening to 5 different episodes. September 25th.
Okay.
All right.
You say 8 minutes left in the episode, and within those 8 minutes, you like to tailor your episodes for the length of people's drives. Guess what? 5 hour drives from Connecticut to PA.
Perfect.
Back roads, 202, 287. I'm losing my mind. I've been up for 2 days working and driving. And I have 8 minutes left in the car. So how fucking perfect does that work out? Anyway, I love your show. Like
It's
listening to you
fortuitous.
guys. Grew up in the late 80s, mid 80s, early 90s.
I thought he was going to say Mahoning Valley.
This is the birthday, so not sure where that falls in line with you guys. Probably a few years younger, but really like listening to your show. I hope I get a
Thanks, Chris.
shout out at some point.
Chris, shout out.
This is the
Fucking awesome.
better than a shout out.
Fucking great. So hope to see you guys on a tour sometime soon. Give me a call or a shout
Oh, I was
on the
on the
on the next
podcast.
podcast.
You're there.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
You are there. I really wish that he had given us his actual phone number.
Oh, we have it.
And call me back at.
Do you want to call him? We could call him right now.
I don't think that's advisable, but Chris might be on the road right now somewhere.
Yeah, we don't want to
between-
talk to him while it's a hands-free phone
somewhere
call,
between Pennsylvania and
perhaps.
Connecticut. That's a lot of
That's
a lot of
driving.
toll roads. Chris, I could totally sympathize with you. Thank you so much for what you said. Definitely thinking about the listener when it comes to Jeremy's precise editing of these episodes as far as your commutes. And we think about whether you ride in the HOV lane.
If you're riding in the HOV lane, good for you.
This
don't
is a
rub
mini-
it in. Don't rub it in their faces.
Yeah, but
and
this
if you
is
end
a
up
mini
getting stuck
episode.
a little bit behind,
This is a mini episode just for you.
and the real lane's going, don't cross the double white line. It's
Yeah.
illegal. You could get pulled over for it.
And think
do it all
about
the
listening to one of our other episodes, the full length at that point,
That's right.
because they're not for easy.
Well, it sounds like you listened to a bunch of them, so thank you.
Yeah, man, 5 hours straight is not easy. We've definitely.
I could not speak. I could not speak to Mike for 5 hours straight because
You did in the car. It was rough across Pennsylvania. We did it between Delaware and Ohio.
True.
Everyone stood the test, and then we sent. I believe that was toothbrush pictures. No, that was from Delaware, right?
I don't know.
we were talking about when we took a picture of us brushing our teeth.
Oh,
together
yes, yes.
because
While on the
we
90s
only
night with
spent
Danny
we
Mike
spent
book.
three people in one room,
One van,
one van,
one body, one
van,
Christ,
one room.
One coffee drinker.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
one
Well,
church.
Thanks for tuning in, Chris. Well, I'm about to do this too. I love listening to podcast. Like I'm going to drive to Ohio for the holidays, and this is my
Why?
go-to because I like
Why?
driving.
Oh, okay.
I like having a car when I'm there too.
You gonna get Cartugio?
I'm not going to take a car to go there.
What?
A
Just gonna-
smart car
Yeah.
from New York to Ohio?
Yeah.
No, I think I'm good.
Why not?
Because it's like riding in a motorcycle, those things. For
You get
the listener, if you don't live
prostate
in a
problems.
city
You get
with-
prostate problems.
No. Not
They
that I
get
know
great
of.
gas mileage. I had to drive a
Yeah, I mean,
smart
they're
car
smart
when I
cars.
was in the Azores. We got a smart car, and I drove around in it.
That's
and
like a
it was
big car.
really weird.
It's like a big car in the Azores, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what? Yeah, I mean, every
Great city car.
What is
I
that?
mean, it could be a good city car. I see so many parking spots that
Oh,
I
yeah.
wish that I could get into that I can't, and I'm like, damn, there was definitely a zip car in
Only
there.
I had a smart. If only I had a smart car.
Yeah.
car to go.
Yeah. But anyway, my point being that it's a good time this holiday season. It's a good
Yeah.
time to catch up on
Catch
the
up
old
on your
Danny Mike
podcasts.
podcast.
That's
and
right.
what else you can catch up on? All of the podcasts on the Last Podcast Network.
That's true.
The Top Hat. How about some Abe Lincoln's Top Hat? You
Yes.
need some political quips.
Yeah, there must have been something that fueled Chris's rage across all those state lines that made him want to.
Yeah, he nailed two of those roads pretty good. 202 and 287 can
Yeah.
make you pull your hair out.
They can make you pull your hair out. So there's for the angry bald man, check out Abe Lincoln's Top Hat.
I feel like
Last Podcast Network. And if you have a problem with the way I drive, call 347-470-8150 and tell us here at the Danny and Mike podcast exactly what our problem is,
Yeah.
where we could go, and what we could do when we get there.
And we pretty much play every one that comes on. So if you leave one, you're bound to get on.
Are you saying that Chris knew he was getting a shout out?
No, I don't think so.
I
But
think-
now
no, we
the-
don't play everyone.
No, we don't.
The
play it.
majority.
We don't play everyone.
Yeah,
You're
we
right.
do like hearing from you.
Yes, we want
And
to
you
be.
know who you are, who's listening, and we haven't put yours out. Then
Yeah, quit fucking up.
quit fucking around.
I'm gonna call.
Give me the combination to the safe, or you're never getting your podcast, your phone call on the air.
Here's what happens when you call. I can't remember what happens when you call the voicemail. So let's see. This could be you. I'm just saying that, listener.
Man, I hope not.
Nobody's gonna answer because it's a voicemail.
Hello.
But if it's a voicemail,
I think I
mean,
left a message.
How many times is it going to ring,
I don't
Jeremy?
make.
Can you
I
change
think
that?
that's why people are like, "What? Hello?" Because you forget.
Yeah, you should just change it to. You should just change it to picks up right away.
I can't change the
I
number
think
of rings. I'm not.
I think you can.
Five. You're at five.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hi, it's Jeremy, the producer of the Danny and Mike podcast.
Yeah, you should have produced something better than that.
I
Is
feel-
that how it goes?
I feel like I had a custom message on there that said like, "Hey, it's Jeremy from the."
Well,
if
having
you heard that
podcast.
custom message, call us back.
having already resolved our malware issue, I think we can look to Jeremy to resolve our voicemail issue.
yeah, our
next.
telecommunications. We apologize for the
Yeah, this is all gone.
telecommunication malfunction.
We apologize for the Telecommunications Act of 1996, which deregulated and allowed a lot of the consolidations that's happened in the past 20 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I thought for sure that I'd get some good voice, but it did just pop up that I have a new voicemail. So
The system works. Huzzah.
what else, guys? Let's wrap this up. Check us out at Patreon, patreon.com/.
Danny and Mike with the "and" spelled out. And
That's
thank
right,
you
Danny.
so much for your support. It's going to enable us to answer even more snarky voicemails with a flick of the wrist.
That's right. Also, check out the Last Podcast Network, like we said, and check us out, DannyandMike.com. Good chance there's no malware on there anymore. Also, check this guy out right here at Michael C. Morona.
Thank you.
And this guy over here, like at D. Tamborelli. There we go. And I am at Remy Balin. Thanks so much for tuning into this minisode. That we're happy that you joined into.
This is just for a little extra leftover part of your commute, like 8 minutes or so. So enjoy. Bye.
Dan. Any parting words?
Any parting words? Hey, shout out to Chris.
And Emily, thanks so much.
Stay safe out there, Emily. The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by me, Jeremy Balin. This podcast is part of the Last Podcast Network, which can be found at lastpodcastnetwork.com. Make sure to check that out for a ton of great shows. For more information on the guys, visit our website at dannyandmike.com. Also look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the N spelled out, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.